Why is the US opening its doors wider to some countries while keeping them tightly shut for others in 2025? In a year when travel rules are changing fast, something surprising is happening. Citizens from certain Asian countries are being granted visa-free access to the United States. No lengthy applications, no interviews, just a passport and a plane ticket. But why them? What do these countries have that others don't? Some are tech titans, others boast near-zero crime. A few have deep military or economic ties with the US. And some, well, they weren't always this privileged. So what changed? And could your country be next? Buckle up, because we're diving into the top 10 Asian countries getting visa-free entry to the US in 2025, and what it says about the future of global power. And if you're new to Discover the Nation, hit that subscribe button so you never miss the global shifts shaping our world. Number 10. Brunei. Imagine a country where gas costs less than bottled water and almost no one pays taxes. Welcome to Brunei. With just over 400,000 people, this tiny Southeast Asian nation is soaked in oil wealth. Its ruler, the Sultan of Brunei, is among the richest monarchs alive, living in a palace with 1,788 rooms. Yet despite its riches, Brunei remains one of the least visited countries in the region. Why? Strict laws, no nightlife, and a deeply conservative society deter casual tourism. So, why visa-free access to the US in 2025? 3 words: stability, diplomacy, and trust. Brunei's ultra-low crime rate, tight security, and long-standing ties with the West make it a quiet but reliable partner. The US knows that when it comes to global partnerships, even small players can make a big impact. And hey, if you're finding this fascinating, pause for a second and subscribe for more incredible stories just like this one.
Number 9. Taiwan. You might not realize it, but Taiwan powers the world. Literally. This island produces over 60% of the planet's semiconductors. Without Taiwan, your phone, your laptop, and even your car wouldn't work. Even more impressive, Taiwan does all this while existing in a diplomatic gray zone. It's not even officially recognized by the UN as a sovereign nation. But make no mistake, Taiwan is indispensable. Its tech sector is booming, unemployment is low, and US trade ties are stronger than ever. Over 500,000 Taiwanese visit the US annually, and that number is set to explode with this new visa-free deal. Why is the US doing this now? Because you don't sideline your most critical allies, especially not when tensions with China are rising. The message is clear: Taiwan matters. Let us know in the comments if your country should be next, and remember to subscribe so you stay updated as this story evolves. Number 8. South Korea. South Korea isn't just the home of K-pop, K-dramas, or luxury skincare. It's a technological juggernaut. From Samsung to Hyundai, this country punches way above its weight in innovation, defense, and global culture. And in 2025, South Koreans can enter the US visa-free. Why? Because this alliance runs deep. The US has over 28,000 troops stationed in South Korea, guarding against threats from the north. And in return, South Korea delivers billions in tech trade, military cooperation, and cultural exports. But there's a twist. South Korea is in crisis. With the lowest birth rate in the world, the country is aging fast, and its government is now paying people to have babies. Still, the US knows the strength of this friendship lies in mutual benefit. Visa-free travel, just one more sign of trust. Stick around because the next countries on this list will absolutely blow your mind. And hey, if you're enjoying this breakdown, hit that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Number 7. India. India is not the future, it's the now. Home to 1.4 billion people and some of the most influential tech minds on Earth, India is set to become the 3rd largest economy by 2025, overtaking Japan and Germany. Already, over 4 million Indian Americans live in the U.S., and more than 300,000 Indian students are currently enrolled in U.S. universities. That's a multi-billion-dollar pipeline of knowledge, talent, and trade. Visa-free access is the next logical step. The US is betting big on India, not just as a trade partner, but as a strategic counterweight to China. From Silicon Valley to Wall Street, Indian talent is reshaping the American economy. Companies like Google, Microsoft, and Adobe, all run by Indian-born CEOs. And yet India remains a land of contrast, tech hubs and slums, innovation and pollution, but its trajectory is undeniable. Before we reveal number 6, take a second to subscribe if you're enjoying how the world is changing fast.
Number 6, Singapore. No chewing gum, no crime, no nonsense. That's Singapore, a city-state smaller than New York, but with an economic footprint that dwarfs countries 10 times its size. How does such a tiny place become a financial juggernaut? Start with the basics. Singapore is clean, safe, and futuristic. Its streets are spotless, its trains arrive on the dot, and its skyline like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. But all of this comes at a price. A basic car can cost over $100,000 thanks to strict government taxes. Rent for a small apartment? Easily thousands per month. Yet despite the high costs, people still flocked here. Why? Because Singapore means opportunity. It's one of the richest nations in the world per capita. It handles trillions in global trade, acts as a banking gateway to Asia, and consistently ranks among the most competitive economies on the planet. Its passport already unlocks nearly 200 countries visa-free, and now the US joins the list. Why? Because America doesn't hand out trust for free, but Singapore, it's earned it through discipline, stability, and power. This is more than just a travel perk. It's a sign of mutual respect between two global titans. Think this is impressive? Just wait. An island that rose from devastation to economic greatness is next. But before we get there, subscribe to Discover the Nation so you never miss a country that's changing the future. Number 5, Japan. Now picture this, a country where people live longer than anyone else on Earth, where trains run with split-second accuracy, and tradition blends seamlessly with next-generation tech. That's Japan. After World War II, Japan was in ruins, cities flattened, industries destroyed. But in just a few decades, it pulled off one of the greatest economic comebacks in history. Today, Japan is the third largest economy in the world, home to legendary brands like Toyota, Sony, and Nintendo. It's a place where vending machines serve hot meals, where robots work in hotels, and where bullet trains move millions and over 200 miles per hour with near-perfect punctuality. But even a tech paradise has its challenges. Japan is facing a quiet crisis. Its population is aging. Birth rates are so low, the government now pays people to have kids. Entire villages are turning into ghost towns, and with fewer young workers, the economy is under serious pressure. So why is the US granting Japan visa-free access in 2025? Because Japan is more than just an ally. It's a pillar of global stability. Its self-defense forces operate closely with the US military to counter threats from North Korea and China. It's about defense, intelligence, and the protection of shared democratic values. And let's not forget, over 50,000 US troops are stationed in Japan. That's how deep the alliance runs. This visa-free move, it's not just about tourism. It's about securing the future together. If Japan's resilience inspires you, hit that subscribe button now. We've got more countries rewriting the rules of global power, and you won't want to miss what's next. Number 4, Israel. Here is a country barely the size of New Jersey, surrounded by tension, surrounded by conflict, and yet it's one of the most advanced, influential, and innovative nations on Earth. Welcome to Israel. Known as the startup nation, Israel produces more startups per capita than anywhere else in the world. Yes, even more than Silicon Valley. Its innovations power our phones, our computers, even our hospitals. Ways?
Israel. The Intel processor? Israel. The Iron Dome, one of the world's most advanced missile defense systems, you guessed it, Israel. But Israel's impact goes way beyond tech. It's a major player in cybersecurity, biotech, agriculture, and military intelligence. And despite constant geopolitical threats, Israel has managed to create a booming economy and a globally connected society. So why is the US finally giving visa-free access in 2025? Because Israel is more than just an innovator. It's a strategic partner in one of the most volatile regions on the planet. From sharing intel to collaborating in cutting-edge research, Israel and the US have built a bond that's strong, resilient, and mutually vital. Tens of thousands of Israeli students, researchers, and entrepreneurs already move between the two nations each year. Now, that process gets even easier. This isn't just a perk, it's a message. Israel matters, and its contributions to the world aren't just impressive, they're essential. If Israel's rise shocks you, share this video with someone who still thinks small countries can't lead the world. And don't forget, subscribe to Discover the Nation for more eye-opening deep dives like this.
Number 3, Qatar. Let's talk about one of the wealthiest nations on Earth. A desert kingdom with more influence than countries 10 times its size. Welcome to Qatar. This place might look small on the map, but its reach? Absolutely massive. Qatar holds one of the world's largest natural gas reserves, fueling a GDP per capita that makes even the richest Western countries look modest. Here, citizens enjoy free healthcare, free education, and yes, zero income tax. But Qatar isn't just rich, it's strategic. Through its global media outlet, Al Jazeera, Qatar shapes narratives across the Middle East and beyond. It plays a role in diplomacy, politics, and culture, all at once. And don't forget sports. In 2022, Qatar shocked the world by hosting the FIFA World Cup, building a sports empire in the desert from scratch. Massive stadiums, futuristic infrastructure, and flawless execution. This wasn't just a football tournament, it was a message. So why visa-free access to the US in 2025? Because Qatar is too important to ignore. It's home to America's largest military base in the Middle East, making it absolutely critical for regional security and energy diplomacy. This isn't about luxury, it's about leverage, about access, about power. If you're surprised to see Qatar ranked this high, smash that like button. And trust me, number 2 is going to catch you off guard even more. But before we move on, subscribe to Discover the Nation. We uncover the global shifts others overlook. Number 2, the Philippines. Over 7,000 islands, turquoise waters, white sand beaches, and smiles warmer than the tropical sun. Welcome to the Philippines, a country where beauty meets resilience. But beyond the postcard views, there's a rising economic force the world can no longer ignore. With over 113 million people, the Philippines has quietly become a global outsourcing powerhouse. From call centers to tech support to medical transcription, this nation supports millions of US jobs from halfway across the world. But that's just the beginning. Startups are booming in Manila. Digital nomads are planting roots, and the country is evolving into a hybrid of tourism and tech innovation. But it hasn't been an easy road. From typhoons to political turmoil, poverty to corruption, the Philippines has endured more than its fair share. But through it all, the Filipino spirit shines bright, resilient, hardworking, hopeful. And now, that spirit is being recognized. In 2025, the US is officially granting visa-free access to Filipino citizens. This isn't just policy, it's a nod of respect for loyalty, growth, and strategic partnership. America sees the Philippines not just as an ally, but as a bridge to Southeast Asia and a key player in shaping the future of global trade. Want to see more nations rising against the odds? Subscribe to Discover the Nation, because we tell the stories the world doesn't. Number 1, Malaysia. And now, at the top of our list, a nation you may not have expected, but one that's making serious global waves. Malaysia. Once known for rubber plantations and tin mines, this Southeast Asian powerhouse has completely transformed. Today, Malaysia is home to a $400 billion economy, driven by electronics, petroleum, and cutting-edge digital infrastructure. The capital, Kuala Lumpur, is a living example of this rise, a city of dazzling skyscrapers, luxury shopping malls, and bustling food markets that reflect its stunning cultural diversity. Here, Muslims, Christians, Buddhists, and Hindus live side by side. It's one of the most religiously tolerant places in Asia, and one of the most economically ambitious. From Petronas to AirAsia, Malaysia has brands that are putting it on the global map. It's not just growing, it's becoming indispensable. So why is the US now offering visa-free travel to Malaysians in 2025? Because Malaysia is a rising star in Southeast Asia, a strategic hub, a vital trade partner, and a gateway to the entire region. Visa-free access isn't a favor, it's an acknowledgement. Malaysia matters, and its time is now. If this nation's rise caught you by surprise, drop a comment below. Would you visit Malaysia now that it's visa-free? And before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join Discover the Nation as we uncover the forces reshaping our world. Final words. We've taken you across Asia, through tech hubs, oil kingdoms, island nations, and economic phoenixes. These 10 countries aren't just getting visa-free access to the US, they're getting recognized as global players. From Singapore's sleek skylines to the Philippines' rising tech scene, from Israel's innovation to Malaysia's transformation, one thing's clear: the future is shifting, and the US is paying attention. If you found this eye-opening, give this video a like, share it with someone curious, and of course, subscribe to Discover the Nation. We'll see you in the next one.